In this video, I will show you how I transformed a woman's shirt into a wrap skirt. I made this skirt for my friend who dances tango. She complained that tango clothing is not only very expensive, but also often comes in somewhat tacky colors. So we went together to a flea market where she picked this bright shirt for me to repurpose it into a skirt. The shirt costs something around 1.50 euro. The fabric is flowing, which is great for dancing, but not ideal for sewing. At first, I unpicked all the seams, effectively deconstructing the shirt into its components. The back of the shirt will become the back of the skirt. Therefore, I need to make side cuts. I leave maximum width at the hem, as the flowing fabric will look beautiful while dancing. In the upper part, I also keep the existing width for now and simply connect the bottom and top points with a straight line, trimming any protruding corners. The front pieces of the shirt will logically be the front pieces of the skirt. I also shape the side cuts on these front pieces in the same way, which means I trimmed the armholes.
Velvet amber dry.
Before permanently stitching the skirt, I busted it to check if there is enough volume. My friend is slimmer than I am, so there should be enough volume for her. However, I plan to insert gussets into the side seams and leave slits to allow for free movement of the legs during dancing. I will make the gussets from the sleeves. Specifically, this shirt has very short sleeves due to the extended shoulder seam construction and the fact that the sleeve length is shorter than normal, plus there is a cuffs. As a result, the gusset piece will also be short. A longer one would have been better, but I will work with what I have. I'm confident that it can still look beautiful.
Your voice on the line. I opened on the heartbeat.
I have busted the gusset, and you can see how the skirt will approximately look.
Right on time. Smoke on the dashboard.
Now I'm finishing the hem of the back piece and the hem of the gussets using a Moscow seam. I chose this seam because it can handle curved edges effectively. It's challenging to finish curved edges with regular hemming. Additionally, this seam is very thin and unobtrusive. Since the skirt is for dancing, it should drape easily and beautifully at the hem, so I don't want to add any weight with binding or facing.
Your hair. The city lean closer when you said stay there. Warm analog bass in the bend of the street. Rose like moonlight spilling under my feet. Velvet amber drive, keep rolling slow, where the tremolo shadows and headlights glow. Tape his halo, your breath in the dark. Every soft mistake lands straight on my heart. Velvet amber drive, don't fade away. Leave your low lit fire in the edge of my day.
I will also use a Moscow seam to finish the open edge of the gusset up to the slit level. Next, I'm joining the gusset to the back piece using a French seam. First, I place the pieces wrong sides together and sew a seam at about half of centimeters or 1 centimeter if the edge isn't very even and needs to be straightened. Any excess seam allowance can be trimmed afterward. Then I sew a second seam at about 0.7 centimeters, hiding the raw edge between the two seams. This way, the finish looks very clean, even at the corners.
Rain made a mirror of the overpass lane. Dub delay flickered through the glass like rain.
Now I need to add darts to the back piece. This is necessary due to my friend's figure, which has a very narrow waist and fuller hips. Even though the skirt is a wrap style and can be tied at any waist without additional darts, it would create bubbles and possibly diagonal folds towards to the hips. And the wrap line wouldn't hang straight but would open up. I'll make the dart deep at 5 centimeters each.
That silence like a satin bruise, and every little warning felt easy to lose. Kick drum under us, patient and deep.
Now I can continue assembling the skirt. I'm preparing the front pieces. I slightly shortened the front even though I really didn't want to, because the front of the shirt was already significantly shorter than the back. However, a very rounded shape at the hem of the front doesn't suit the design either. I also trimmed the placket with buttonholes and finished the hem of the front and the side seam down to the slit level using the Moscow seam. Using the prepared back piece with gussets, I determined the slit level.
This car was trying to sleep. Velvet Ember Drive, keep rolling slow, where the tremolo shadows and headlights glow. Tape his halo, your breath in the dark. Every soft mistake lands straight on my heart. Velvet Ember Drive, don't fade away. Leave your low-lit fire in the edge of my day.
I'm joining all the pieces together using a French seam.
Let the meter glow, let the whole night sway. Let your name come back in a ribbon of delay. If morning calls, let it call in vain. We're still gold in the blue-black rain. Now the road hums low like a private hymn, and the skyline blurs at the edges again. I sing from the
For the front, I finished the vertical center seam with a hemmed seam to enclose the raw edges.
dark. First heat, first ache, like the sun was born in the smoke we make. If dawn finds us pale in the rearview light, I'll still be yours in the velvet night. Velvet Ember Drive, still
Next is the waistband. I don't have any large pieces left, so I used small straps to create the waistband. The raw width of the waistband is 5 cm and the finished width will be 1.5 cm. Once the waistband pieces are sewn together, I interface them with fusible interfacing over all seams and allowances. Then I attach the waistband to the skirt and finish it.
slow.
I also added a small loop at the inner edge of the waistband on the right side, made from a scrap piece. This loop is needed to thread the waistband through. The skirt is ready. I'm pleased with the result. It turned out nicely and my friend liked the skirt too.
Under smoke in a room gone blue. I came in with the line already aimed at you.